Welcome, Bad News Nation. Bad News Harris is here, and I am here at Oklahoma City Pop Comic Con. Well, Pop Culture Con, should I say. I am over in the restroom area, but I'm going to go a little further over to the side real quick, because I'm going to show you the ring for the wrestling show later today. And we're going to go around, and we're going to, you know, check the con out. Excuse me, sir. Let's see, we got Loud Spot, Vintage Toy Mall. Check out the cosplays while we're going. Sweet Leaf Wellness. Let's not forget the stuff on the right side. Excuse me. Checking out all the spectacular outfits over at OKC Pop Culture Con. All the vendors. Excuse me. Got David Sanchez. Got Cole Hayes, Chris Hayes, and more. Let's make our way through the doors. Excuse me, thank you guys.
Try not to offer the Red Bulls, so you don't have to go to the
More vendors to the left.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have a body art booth. We've got the cafe over here. More vendors over here. I'm gonna circle around. Excuse me. Alpha, Zordon, Gremlins. Ooh, a Todoroki. Ooh, MHA in general. My apologies, gentlemen. Bakugo. All Might. That sick ass Green Ranger right there. More vendors on the right. Got a bunch of pops over here. Ooh. Let's finish making our way around the vendors real quick. There we go, Jeremy London from Mallrats. Can I get a hello from my YouTube?
Hi.
Thank you guys. I'll make my rounds again in a moment. Thunder Rosa. I am swelled. Thank you for the hello. Susanna Malak from Star Wars. Dougie Doug. One of the greatest illustrators of the generation, David Angelo Roman. Jake the Snake. Ted DiBiase. Making around the Sergeant Slaughter real quick.
Got the hat.
I hope you're ready, Sam. I hope you're ready. I'm a fucking
God bless your heart. God bless your heart.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Once in like 5 of them? Yeah.
So what? Checking that place out on the video. Show it off. Got ourselves a Jinx up in here. Oh, you got more than one.
This thing is heavy.
It looks about as heavy as mine are, or as well as ours are. Really?
I swear.
Holy, okay, that's as heavy as my IC title. My IC title is actually heavier than my Pentagon.
Oh, really?
I don't know what the hell it's made of, but shit. Oh, don't mind me, guys. No, I'm the one that's going to be in your way, if anything. I'm going to get some more footage. Excuse me.
I know, right?
Thank you, sir. Welcome, everyone.
Just give me a heads up and I'll...
Excuse me, sir. Can I get some of that helmet action for YouTube? So cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Excuse me, guys. I'm just getting in the way. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, it is a short flight, but it's
Getting a good look of the Akatsuki with the Green Ranger while holding the helmet, no less.
pretty much.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Tommy, but not even I would go that far. Thank you, guys.
You got that vibe too. Check it out.
Excuse me.
I saw the outline. It was very small.
Excuse
It
me,
was like,
everybody.
it was like a quarter roll.
Oh yeah, I did that. Don't forget $5.
So he's supposed to. Well, Allie drove him from the hotel while I was here. There are two kinds of
Probably the inside.
Excuse me.
Have a good day.
Excuse me.
Check it out. He's been in a couple of our videos the other day.
Excuse me, guys.
I made a big ink sketch in my little face. But I laser printed on.
Oh, come back over here and say that. Have a good day.
Probably in the last 8 years, it's probably more than
It should be from 10 to, I'm sorry, 11 to 2. Done, so
try not to do too much filming over this way, if you don't mind.
I was mostly just getting the crowd itself. I know that that's a bit of a no-no.
Yeah, preferably.
But yes, sir. Absolutely.
They're so sweet. They're good though. No, they're not hard either. Not hard. They're tart.
You guys feel free to grab more chairs just sitting around anywhere. You can grab them because we'll be here all night long. You guys ready for Jason Davin Frank to be up here?
Yeah!
I hear he's in complete costume. No, that's not true.
Don't toy with us like
He
that.
hangs around his house in his costume all the time. He goes in between the green and white suit all the time. So.
My mom got up. He's like, can I borrow them? Those are Jose Canseco glasses. Can I borrow them?
He's not far off.
No.
Whenever they see something in two, you gotta have it. It's a trend.
Yeah. And they're all ridiculous. Everyone.
Oh, there must be ridiculous one. Hey, can you have your Bass Pro hat? It's like the old walls. It's like a Bass Pro hat.
Yes, the Bass Pro Trucker hat.
Bass Pro Shop.
So they're $4. So they're
The
not.
Bass Pro Trucker hat.
You can get them at Cabela's though too.
Yeah.
It's a business. Now, you know, in the territorial days, and even now, I mean, obviously, whoever's got that belt, he's got to be competent. He's got to be a guy who is a leader in the ring. You know, because if he's not...
No, you're a perfect fan. I was trying to stay out of your way.
And obviously, Randy was somebody of that caliber. But, and yes, I knew that they were thinking about doing that, but they came to me, Pat Patterson came to me, and he said, Ted, he said, let's say, he says, okay, I'll put it to you this way. if you win the title, it'll be short-lived. Because Vince had started directing our company. I mean, it was a genius. And it's like, you know, his target audience were kids. And so kids want their heroes to be champions as much as possible. And so that's what he was trying to do. And he was also selling a lot of merchandise. He said, so if you get the belt, you're not going to have it long. And you're either going to pass it back to another baby face or back to Hogan. He said, let's say it backfires on you at WrestleMania 4, and in your arrogance, you create your own title. And as soon as he said it, I said, do it. I said, that put more heat on me than anything else you could do. I don't care about the belt. So, there it is. Yeah. Just one thing I have to leave you with. Never forget this as long as you live. Everybody's got a place! The $1 Million Man!
I just want to say to you, Mr. DiBiase, I didn't know that about your father and the story and Iron Life he did. I can't imagine what your father looking down upon you and your career and the legacy that you have lived up to following in his footsteps. So, what an awesome life. You guys are a part of something that people will continue to look up to both of you for years to come and follow in your footsteps. And I can't even imagine what that feels like. So, give a round of applause for these incredible legends.
Just one more thing before I go. I just want all of you to know that when I watch college football, I am a huge Sooner fan. As long as you're not playing Nebraska.
If you guys have not had a chance to meet these two individuals, go to their table right now. They may want to take a break after, I don't know. But you need to go to their table, get an autograph, buy some of their stuff and swag. Thank you guys for being here at the OKC Pop Con.
Williams competed in college in two drilling sports. Number one, he was a starter for the Sooners. Played football.
Give it up for Jason Davin Frank! How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. Q&A time. Man, you all get to ask questions now.
I told not to ask your favorite color or your dog food.
Please, no one's ever asked me. Excellent. As far as dog food, I would not know about that, so that's a good one. Favorite color was not green at the time, because it was black at the time, so when I became Dr. Oliver, it was like perfect closet, right? It was just like all black clothes. They had to put us in different clothes for whatever reason, so, super excited to be here, man. Hey, do you mind if I move the table? I'm trying to like a weird straight guy. I see my dresser at home too. Just move right in the middle.
That's what's
Making this better for me.
So first of all, y'all having fun?
Always!
Cody and Caleb put this together, so they did a lot of hard work. Give them a big hand, and all the staff that make it happen. We appreciate all the staff over there. We got DJ Trey over there as well, and me out over there. Well, guys, what I should probably start with some like generic stuff before you guys ask questions. Save you some time. The movie will come out next year, so we're looking at March. Legend of the White Dragon is going to be awesome. So it'll come out next year, and we have to be strategic when we put the movie out. Because when you're going to the theatrical release, the last thing you want to do is put it, with a big film, even though we're going to do really well. But I think it's the best action and the best acting. And the reason why I say that is I was like, I'll be 49 in September, right? And the glasses are real, although I can totally see without them. It's just the D&D wants me to wear them, whatever. I can drive fine. I never got a speeding ticket in 15 years because I've never been caught. But anyway, so the movie should come out next year, which is gonna be great. You are my kids. So when I see other kids come up, it's like shocking to me. Tommy, I'm like, oh my God, you just took me back to 30 years ago. But you're all grown up now, and so I want to do a movie for you guys. You know what I mean? A movie that you guys can watch that will bring you back to being a child, but also fulfill your adulthood. So when I say an adult movie, I don't mean that kind of adult movie. The pants are Thank you, I'll be on that. Make sure to be waiting. Listen, one thing, and then we can open questions and stuff. This does get me out of my head talking to y'all. I do a lot of poetry for JDFFFN. Don't know if you've seen it. It's very strange, but it just deals with a lot of mental health issues, anxiety, depression, especially going through all what we did in COVID. And what you see up here is I'm not any better than you. I'm just a guy who likes making movies. So the word celebrity to me, I've met too many of them, and it's just to have that labeled to me, if you knew what I saw, I don't want to be a celebrity. Because I'm not here, I want to be rich, famous, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here because I'm very passionate. Look at these two, stand over quick, look at your shirts. You guys have signed their shirts and their bandanas, right? And mom's awesome over there, and anyone in the room that's 30 or older. Don't be shy. How old are you? 34. So listen,
I think
that's the age group we're going for. I'm going for 13. You can watch this movie. 12. There's no a lot of customers or anything. I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about the movie. So I went through an injury during COVID, and that sucked. So a lot of mental health was going bad, but no one talked about it. Everyone talked about everything else. No one was talking about suicide rates and mental health going out the roof because everyone's too embarrassed to say it. Right? When I was a kid, I had ADD. I struggled with a lot of stuff. So when you come up, we need to engage and lock eyes. I've noticed during COVID, the hollowness in people's eyes because that's all we can see. And so I started looking and started realizing this guy really don't care to talk to me. I want gas on pump 6, just hollow, right? Until I was all sunglassed out riding my Harley, because I rode my Harley here from Houston, hottest day, but it was great. So, and I don't have all this. I took all my bling off in quarantine. It's not the time to be wearing that. You know, we're all struggling, everyone's having issues and all that. So I was all just covered up, and I went to a gas station, and this guy engaged his eyes to me, and he can't see my eyes. So he's like, really like, hey, how's it going? You need gas? I'm like, yeah, man, pump 5. And what is wrong with this guy? Like, he's really excited to talk to me. And he's like, are you Jason Davin Frank? And I'm like, how? My gloves? And I said, yeah. I said, how did you know this? Your voice. I can hear your voice. He goes, no, I'm a really huge fan. I said, thank you. And he just pulled his shirt off, and he had like a big old Power Ranger tattoo. And I'm talking about a huge fan. He was a huge fan. But my point is, covered up, I could have been the biggest D in the world. Because you never know who you associate yourself with. So if you give, don't expect to get back. A lot of presents that I give, just don't expect to get back because you'd be very, very disappointed. And when we talk about the movie, when we talk about giving, but when this movie happened, Michael Madsen, I love Michael. My movie premiere, let's take it back to 1995. I was so excited to have a comic book. In the movie comic book, they called me John David Frank. And I was really sad because if you see that book, keep it, it's worth money. So when you see the movie book, very rare prints, but it'll say John David Frank. Great, they don't even know my name, right? So we go to the 95, we go to the movie premiere. I'm very excited, man. This is our movie premiere. So Tom Hanks kid, every kid, Demi Moore's, remember she would call the set. Gene Simmons came to set. I didn't know who he was because he didn't have his makeup on. And Mark said, do you know who he is? And he stuck his tongue out. And I was about, is this guy going to lick me? Or I don't really know. Am I supposed to recognize you with his long tongue? No, I don't. I didn't. So he came to set. So I was really excited about this movie premiere. almost everybody in Hollywood's kid was here at the movie premiere. So I went, and that was my time to meet my celebrities. And I never forget it. I met Van Damme, that going, I don't want to get into it. I met him, and I was disappointed, man. And so I was really disappointed. Like, man, this is my movie premiere. I thought, you know, I'm a big fan, so that started in '95. There's no ill feelings. I just felt like lowered, you know. So I went outside, and I saw this little kid in the bush that came out, like right out of the bushes, in a White Ranger, dirty pajamas. He said, "Can you sign this for me?" And I said, "Sure." "Where's your dad?" And he said, "I'm right here." "Oh, okay, cool." Signed it for him, and someone walked away and said, "You know who that was?" "That's who, a little kid in the pajamas?" They said, "No, that was Michael Madsen." I love Michael Madsen. He's my favorite actor. Donnie Brasco, Reservoir Dogs, and Michael's hardcore. He also does poetry that's very raw. It's so different than my poetry. I'm a baby when it comes to poetry, right? But let me tell you, that's tough when you can look at yourself and know your flaws and know what you need to work on. People don't do it. So when I met Michael, at that time, I was so excited. I don't fanboy over anyone at cons, but he showed up at Wizard World. I was like, oh man, I gotta meet Michael. I mean, I meet everybody. I don't care. Chuck Norris, that's who motivated me for the movie. But, and I didn't really, you know, Chuck, I wasn't like, Michael I was, because I wanted to see if he remembered me taking care of his kids. Because the best thing you can do is take care of my kids, and I'll remember you. And he did. And he gave me this hug, and I felt like I was in the mob. And then he handed me the phone. I called this kid, and he was like 28 or 29. So that's how that inner circle worked with Michael Madsen. And that's why Chris got Michael to play my father. And we did a really great job. And it's the only time Michael's ever cried on scene, on set. We both were like, we can't do it no more, man. Like, it was that deep. And it only happens for a moment. But when you act, there's this flower that blossoms. And you can't repeat that. Either you have a flower, but you don't see the blossom. And his eyes were just, it was really hard. And he was talking to his son in his head. And I was talking to my dad in my head. And then when his son killed himself, what did they do? They blasted it everywhere on social media. So he got a little, it's bad. So being a celebrity is not all that great. There's a lot of stuff happens to me that you all don't know about. It's just because this is what we're here for the fun. Not for the, oh man, that sucked, get it down there, dude. Right? So if you have not watched my mental health poetry, please do. It costs me money. I don't make money on that stuff. I'm not here for money. I don't really care. I'm here because I want to be here. 3 P's I preached, if you know who, if you really follow me. I added 4 P's. 3 P's was the purpose, passion, later comes profit. I talked about that for years, and then COVID hit. And they come up with this PPP program, payroll protection program that helped no one. And I thought COVID would be gone in like a month or two. I thought we were living this terrible movie. Not for us, for our kids. You know what I mean? I'll do it, I'll suck it up, but I don't want to put it for the kids. So I was laying in bed one night, I did a 45-day live show. Everybody said yes that I've worked with in my life. Bruce, he did it, but he's funny like that. He's like, nope, I'm not. Talk your ASS off. And he's Bruce. So everybody, I mean, from Mert, I don't even know who's on the show. Joe, Mark Dacascos, okay? I'm a big fan of his. He just happened to be on my show, and he said we should do a movie together. I wasn't thinking Legend of White Dragon. I wasn't on there for him. So I did a 45-day show, straight, at 7 p.m. to keep me accountable, not to go crazy. 45 days, we're done. COVID-free, and we weren't. Our Kickstarter on the first one was not my movie. I did not want to do something similar to Hasbro. We will be shut down, sued, just like I did for Bloodshot. I was just an actor, hey baby. I was just an actor, and they got a cease and desist at New York Comic Con for $1 million, demanding for me to take off the social media and not claiming me as Bloodshot. So that's kind of an honor that you're that pregnant. So the first Kickstarter didn't work. March 20th, we were going to kickstart it when COVID hit. And we said, no, let's give respect. But then I realized during that time, that's when entertainment is hot, because we need to keep our minds. So I got obsessed with doing this second Kickstarter my own film that I wanted to do for 10 years, our own superhero character, a brand new universe that we have King Batch, really funny as a mentor, right? 22 million followers, and guess what King Batch said? Well, I'll do it free. I'll help you. I like you. Everybody, Mark Dacascos, I can't talk you into doing the movie. I told Aaron, I refuse to ask my friends anything. If I ask Trey something, Corey something, I refuse to ask. The script has to sell itself, because the last thing I want to put you in is a crappy movie. So you got to read the script, and they all loved it. And then David Ramsey. You all watch Arrow? You know how I met David? I met him in a green room. And you're not supposed to talk to people in the green room, right? I understand. I sat at a table with many people, and I'm not going to mention names, for 4 years. No eye contact whatsoever. I dressed in a suit and a tie because Bruce Campbell told me it's going to change the game. I dressed in a suit and tie, and one particular guy that did not talk to me for 4 years came up and said, God, you look great, man. You really changed, because, you know, tattoos and all that. You really changed. How's that suit working for you? That's good. I've sat in it for 4 years. I'm Jason. I guess the suit's working. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, I promised Bruce that I would always dress up as a con, so forgive me, Bruce, I rode my bike. But I usually wear suits, but it changes the game of what people think. And so that's how, in the green room, an actor came up. I don't know, said, hey, I know this is inappropriate. Here, can you say hi to my kids? I'm not looking at them. I'm great to little kids, man. I love you all little kids. I'm immature. I'll play with kids all day long. I'll play with toys. I'll get creative. And so he said, can you say hi to my kids? Hey, what's up, bud? How's it going? Same old thing. I sent them a box of toys. No clue, it's David Ramsey. I don't watch Arrow, no offense. But when the script came, I said, hey, will you take a look? We'd love for you to be the mayor. And he and I turned 2 actors down because I wasn't big enough to sit with them at a table years and years ago, and it felt good to say, nah, David is who I want to play this role. And we got him. And so he did a really good job as a mayor. So the movie just took place. Even though I was told, don't do it, don't do it, I was obsessed every day watching the trailer. It wasn't the money. I was happy with tier 1, tier 2. All of a sudden, we got someone to donate millions of dollars, and everybody's like, take it, take it. I said, I don't want it. I can't work with people. All due respect, I don't want your money. We had a small budget. I asked him why, and he said that he's an active con goer, and he spends, I don't know how much cons are, but he flies everywhere around the world, and he'll buy every photo op, every VIP, because he's in a wheelchair, and he's a good dude, and he's no different than anyone else, just like me. I'm no different. And he said in 2017, I don't remember, in Liverpool, he was sitting where Trey is, right? I made a recording over there, watching me. And so I was like, I wonder if he's a fan or someone else. I was on my way to the restroom. I said, what's going on? He's very proper. He will not overstep anything. He will pay for everything. And I insisted, no, here's a photo, and take a picture. And he said that's never happened to him at a con. No one's offered free stuff. No one's ever given him anything. I had no clue he had money. I don't know. But that's how he invested into my movie. And it made it bigger, and he brought me Michael Madsen. Mark Dacascos in 1986 did the Power Ranger, you know, the Bioman. Have you seen the original 1986 trailer? He was the Red Ranger. He's 10 years older than me. I lost so many roles to that guy. Double Dragon. I mean, I auditioned left and right, and I just didn't get the part. If he sold the show in 1986, I wouldn't be here. So that's how Mark ties into the project. Very strange, small world. And we had COVID, and my nose got stuck left and right every day. I'm gonna stick my nose again. We spent like 100 on that, 100,000 on COVID tests. And I didn't want to tell anyone that if someone tested positive, or the movie's canned, we're done. So I didn't bring that juju at all. And we made it. We filmed for about 2 or 3 months. And for once, I can kind of just be me. But I need to explain what happened to Eric Reed as the White Dragon in the trailer. He has no tattoos. He's gone for 3 years. He comes back looking like this, and he's hardened, like really hardened. He was a treasure hunter before. And he comes back riding a motorcycle, really hardened and stuck in his head. So the 1263 on the side of my head, all the character choices I decided to pick. So I could shock y'all and go, Mohawk, tattoos. My story became so deep it became its own comic book. It's being written now called 1263. So you can read it and know where I've been for 3 years and where I come back as a superhero. So I wrote the universe and Aaron as a world, like all superheroes are in the same world kind of thing. Like if Gotham's so bad, why live there kind of, you know, like move somewhere else. So we're not competing to Marvel or DC. I'm not trying to steal fans. I'm passionate about what I'm doing and I feel it in my gut. Go with your gut, not your heart. Your gut's always right. And now the 30 years coming up next year, I didn't know. They want a 30-year anniversary. That Netflix thing is that's a rumor. That's not happening. I hate to crush everyone's feelings, but that's not happening. If it was, I would know about it. That they need to do something on an adult show, but where do they do their reunions? The kids show. Kids, you got enough, man. You got enough. Let's do something for us. That's what The Legend of the White Dragon is. So now with everything going on, 30 years later, what's going to happen to reunions? I don't know. So I'll save your questions on that. But to sum it up, I succeeded in what I want to do, and I know people are going to support me because I don't want to cover my tattoos up anymore. I want to be able to be me, and I have really good acting stuff. I had an injury. I met Chuck Norris. He said his career didn't start until he was 50. I said, damn, I'm 46, Chuck. You didn't start until you were 50? And his career did not take off until he was 50. So I was so excited to be 50. I was like, hurry up, man, let's go. Hurry up. So actually, this movie was the best action and the best acting is because I chose what's on my hand, Muay Thai. Tommy Oliver didn't know that. That's why it's going to be different. So it's a lot different, and I think you guys are really going to love it. And if you don't, I don't care because I fulfilled my inner self of what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying, right? They should have done something like Cobra Kai. Me and Amy had a fight to be in that movie, and they got the biggest cheers. And it's the cheapest scene to film. They wanted us out of the universe. Well, Hasbro owns it now. They sold it, and pretty much the whole movie kind of put a damper on the brand. I will tell you one thing, I'm making a lot of toys now. Jeez, Hasbro has almost, I'm in the turtle universe now. Who did I sign that turtle thing for? And I'm like, okay, so what, Tommy Walker, the turtle, what is it? I sure wish I knew that. But I will tell you one thing. I paid my own money out of my own pocket to film Lord Dracula. Shattered Grid. That short clip, I paid for it out of my own pocket because I believed that could have been something. And they turned it down. And I still own the digital images. I'm trying so hard for you guys that I can't do anything, but now I can with my own IP. Now I can shut up because I need to learn how to shut up and open the mic for questions. A true thing, that's really true. The true thing I'm working on in real life. But they don't understand when you're handed this. People don't understand, like in real life, when silence becomes awkwardness, it's what it is. You gotta learn to shut up sometimes. And so I'm gonna turn the floor over to you guys, and I'll have the answers if you guys have any questions. So pop that hand up. Yes, Black Ranger in the back. Why in the heck do you have my shield on? I know, I remember. Do you think I'm that old? Jeez. No, what's your question? You're dressed up, you're representing. First of all, thank you for everyone cosplaying and representing Power Rangers is keeping the brand alive. When Hasbro bought the brand, guess who got cease and desist? Every cosplayer out there. Cease and desist. Do not show Power Ranger stuff. Mind blowing. So thank you from me. Even though you're green, you have black, you got my green shield, and any color is fine. Kids like colors. I just happen to be green, and it wasn't popular. What's your question? I know, he didn't have his hand up. I tried putting him under the bus. Your question. Yeah, do these glasses make you look cockeyed? Look, watch happens when I take them off. No, that's not true. What is your question? Because you're so excited about Power Rangers.
Okay, did you and Kimberly ever date in your life?
No, but it sure looked like it. But we spent a lot of time together. A lot of fake time together, just playing girlfriend and boyfriend. So as an actor, when I came into the show, I was hitting people. I didn't know Hollywood. Some guys were like, hey, can you ease up? Like, sorry, bro, this is my first time doing this. So I learned Hollywood Kung Fu wasn't like a good straight punch. It's like sloppy. That looks better. So I had to learn. But we spent a lot of time together. I'm sure she loved me. I love her too, as Tommy. And then Catherine was a rebound. Yes, go ahead, Green Ranger. Truthfully, the favorite part, because I'm always honest, when I got the role, cut it short, went to an agency, I changed my look for him. He didn't represent me. I went back, I was persistent. You need to be persistent in life or you're not going to get nowhere. I said, I'm not leaving until I get something. I won't have anything to give you. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I cut my hair, took off my earrings. What we do about it? I wasn't bullying him, but I was persistent. And he just looked and handed me a script, and that was Power Rangers. And the first day on set, everything was green, right? It was a green screen. Can I see your helmet real quick? Now I'm gonna reenact this. I go to my dressing room, thank you. I see Jason Geiger's name on the door. I see Jason Narby's name on the door. I see Jason Frank's name on the door. Jason Austin changed his name right away. I was like, they go, too many Jasons, so they just call me Tommy. So I saw the helmet, and I was like, well, this is weird. I've never seen anything like this, but I'm worried because guess what? I talk a lot, and the lips aren't moving. So I said, man, I wonder if I have lines in this movie because the mouth's not moving. And I'll leave it versus it was cool. And so I went in there and also went, green. They said you're gonna die in 14 episodes, pretty much, in a nice way. It's a kid's show. So enjoy, and I enjoyed every moment of it. And I went into the first command center. Remember, the show was already casted. I didn't audition for the Red Ranger, blah, blah, blah. Alexa's wrong. Whoever put that info, the show was already casted. I became the Green Ranger and auditioned with Tweet and helped Tweet get the role doing a kata. So I show up and there's nothing but green stuff and pieces of tape on the wall. And so I go up and I see this I'm really bad when it comes to stuff. I had everything taken away from me, my car keys, everything. I had ADD, all right? So I come up and I see this command center, and I said, man, this is awesome. And I went like that, and they said, oh, don't touch it. I said, what, is the whole thing fake? They said, yeah. I said, with the buttons? So I broke the buttons on it. Mark, the prop guy, was like, relax, this is a movie set. So it was just standing there and facing the green screen and then going, okay, man, hit your mark. Here's what's happening right now. You won't see him. I never saw Zordar. I didn't until the show. So I don't know who I'm talking to. I think everyone's high in there because they're telling me, like, talk to this guy. He's going to be talking to you, all right? You'll see it later. And then do this, do that, hit your mark, and now talk. So when the cameras were turned around, I'm talking to no one. So it was really, that moment was like the moment where people said that this show was going to be canceled. If you get a chance and you like Power Rangers, listen to Haim Saban's podcast. The guy sold pencils for a living. He made this show happen. And I'm gonna tell you, when he left the brand, I'm so worried because he owned it, sold it to Disney, he bought it back, the movie flopped, and now Hasbro owns it. So that'll tell you one thing, never bet on a horse, always bet on a jockey. It's the CEO who drives the brand. I'm the CEO of Legend of the White Dragon. I can't help anything. I was hired for 14 episodes. I went out with dignity. I died, but I couldn't tell you guys that. I had never seen the Japanese footage at all, so I was really interested in what the heck this thing was. And it was, you all seen the, I didn't see it. I don't watch it because I got disappointed. You saw the Japanese footage, right? But, yes. It's darker. I know. And there were, that we can't do it. So why show that to me? It was just so hard as an actor to say there's 5 kids Make-A-Wish Foundation that need to meet you before they die, and you can't go. Okay, so why tell me? So the wall started building in confusion. So I just decided to be me, a little nicer me. So I developed Tommy Oliver. I grew my hair back for that agency as a little I put my earrings back that they told me to take out. Pow. I put another one in. Pow. And I did it exactly the way I showed up. I had the bandana, long hair, earrings, and they told me to clean myself up. So what do I put back on my head? A bandana back on my head. So the best part was, it was gonna fail. And if someone tells you that, drive. That should be the motivation and drive of what life is. Persistency, go after your dreams, and don't give up. It's never over. She's got her hand up. What's your question? I hope I can answer it. You know what? I can say it's Morphin' Time Dragon Zord. I'll do the first original morph that was super cool. It went like this.
It's Morphin' Time Dragon Zord. Right?
And then it became so long.
We had this, shift to the turbo, right?
Look, I don't remember all of them, but let me tell you something. Someone's gonna be sitting there fighting you. They ain't got time to be bouncing around and doing this and doing that. Ready to fight. You just get punched in the face. True story about shift to the turbo. I was like, okay, let's create this morph. Okay, well, I got an idea. Literally, that was kind of a smart button. Well, I got an idea. Let's drive the car. Let's turn to the left. Oh, that's good. Shift to the turbo. Look at that left turn. That was me being a smart button. And there's a baseball card out there, like this, smiling, right? I had long hair and it got stuck on a baseball card. The only picture they used, because the guy said, working. Maybe tell me working one more time. What am I doing over here? So I said, oh, do you mean like this? Pow, became a picture. Where does the Green Ranger stand? I'll tell you where I stand. Let me tell you where I stand. This is where I'm standing.
That was me, and that became the iconic post, is because I wanted to do that. You kind of being a smart button.
They used it. So anyway, the best part is just being an actor. Anyone in here that wants to be an actor? Okay. All right. You know what? Inbox everyone and always be yourself and morph into the role. You know what I mean? So, yes. Heck no. I hate to disappoint you, but let me tell you, they didn't know how to make props back then. Do you know how heavy, what you follow, how heavy were the movie suits? How heavy were they? I'm good. We're good, right? Is there anyone else coming in? Or? Okay. Do you know how heavy the movie suits were? Anyone remember? 55 pounds. And it was made of what? Rubber tires. Sliced rubber tires. It looked cool, but when you put it on, it was like, kick. The director said, you kick. I was being a smart butt. I took my stuff off. I said, why don't you put it in and kick my hand? Heavy suits. The technology wasn't there. So, Legend of the White Dragon, we got the best technology of those suits, of everything, and it's super comfortable. So, yeah, the Dragon Tag, it was magical. It was a magical moment, yes.
Who was your favorite team to work with?
It hurt anyone's feelings, the original. You know, Austin was Austin, Walter was hip hop keto, Kimberly was Kimberly, you know, like, Tommy help all the time. Hell, what am I gonna do? I'm supposed to die in 14 episodes. And Tommy was the loner. Billy was the guy who would fix things. But after a while, everybody, Twee was Twee. Everybody wanted to switch and change. If you notice, Dave's glasses came off. You don't want to be that character no more. There's a point where you get older and you can't be a ranger no more. So you accept it or not? Me, I'm not doing Power Rangers unless I'm a ranger. That's why I was always a ranger. I'm not coming back. No offense to anyone else, but I'm just saying think that's what it is. So the original is what I thought was a connecting soap opera for kids to get connected. Who asked me the question of they keep changing actors every year? Was that the person in here that asked that question? Do you know why? I told you asked that? Do you guys know why they change every year? When that started happening? Because they never want the actor to have the power that we had. And I never misuse that power. Think about it. It's called limerence. 6 to 18 months, you're excited. 18 months, you realize that's not the guy, that's not the girl for you. I don't know what I was thinking. It's called limerence. You're so excited to work, they drill you. Work. By the time they go, where's my trailer? We're done. We're moving on to the next season. They don't have a chance to have that power. So Tommy Oliver had that power. And one time in Turbo, I'm always listening, I'm always thinking of others, which sometimes can affect and hurt me. It's hurt me on conventions, sticking up for fans that no one knows what's going on behind closed doors. I get banned from that convention because I'm thinking of my fans and I don't like the way they're treating them. But nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. I was on set and all the other actors said, well, you're so lucky, I never met Haim Saban. Say again. I said, well, I'm gonna bring him to set. Oh, baby. Woo! Play noises. So I was the guy to bring Haim to set. So I went in, big office, I went in and I said, hey, listen. I said, the other guys, the new ones, the Johnnies, the Aldos, they've never met